And welcome to Jerry World in Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys, as they get set to welcome the Jacksonville Jaguars on this Sunday. Final Sunday night of 2026, and welcome to Jerry World in Arlington, Texas, home of the Dallas Cowboys, as they get set to welcome the Jacksonville Jaguars on this Sunday night.
Cam Little to kick off for the Jaguars.
Mike Tirico and Greg Olsen with you. That's Cam Little set to start this. Oh, that is a duck on the kickoff. Not only doesn't it reach the landing zone, that's going to be spotted beyond the 40-yard line. The drive begins with a run by Williams. And he'll be brought down to the 45. From Texas A&M, there to bring him down.
Gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6. Now Prescott. He'll get that to Javonte Williams. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A gain there of 24 yards. First down for a Cowboys.
And this is what modern-day running back looks like in the NFL. They want to be able to activate these players in the passing game, no different than they do with the tight ends and the wide receivers. When you look out there and you have a mismatch, you have a linebacker or a safety on your running back, he's expected to win, and that's exactly what he did here.
Open man down the field with Ferguson. A pickup of 21 on that connection. That's good for a Dallas first down.
First and 10 at the 10-yard line.
They run over center with Williams. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
A loss was definitely not something they had accounted or budgeted for in this spot. And now, I think it really limits what do you feel comfortable dialing up here on 2nd and goal.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. From the shotgun, it's Dak. This one intercepted. And the Jaguars are going to take possession of the football as they force the turnover on the opening drive.
First and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
On the ground for the first time, this is Alvin Kamara. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game. Last play went the wrong way. It sets up 2nd and long. It's 2nd down and 12. From the shotgun, it's Lawrence. He'll get that into the hands of Tyreek Hill. And they're going to mark him down right at the 30-yard line. That is catch number 60 for the season.
So think back to earlier in the week, Mike, and they told us they want to get him going here early and often. So I expect plenty of passes to head his way as this game unfolds.
On the ground, it's Kamara. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
Now they'll pitch it out here. He'll work this ahead for 2, maybe 3. Deron Bland with the tackle. Tough one to pick up here. 3rd down and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Lawrence. This one down the field, but lined up incomplete. He was trying to get it to Tyreek Hill there, and it's going to be 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we'll have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
To return, it is Turpin. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
Their own 26-yard line.
First carry now for Jaden Blue. And he'll be met in the backfield and dropped behind the line of scrimmage.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
On 2nd down, it's Dak. Pass completed right side to Ferguson. And he'll be very close to a 1st down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
The drag route. We used to say this is day 1 install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Left side, caught by Lamb. And he's very close to a 1st down, but it doesn't look like he got there. And yes. a yard short. So the challenge is unsuccessful, and he's going to have to be careful here because he has just one challenge for the remainder of the game. Anger now on to punt. That kick is away. And that's a thing of beauty. Out of bounds at the 6-yard line.
At their own 6-yard line.
They'll start this one on the ground with Kamara. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. The Jaguars with the ball as quarter number 2 begins, as they've got it with 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence to throw. That is intercepted. Picked off by Gerard Bryant. And he's going to give his offense a short field to work with as they look for their first points of the game.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
On the give, it's Williams. Trying to push his way forward. There's nowhere to go. They've got him right at the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage to keep it to no gain.
And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, and that's it.
A gain of 1 brings up 3rd
They need to
down
get
and
this to the
9.
23. Here's 3rd down. Pistol now for Prescott. Over the middle, it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jelani Tavai. They're going to take over now at their own 34-yard line.
At their own 34-yard line.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Kamara. The hold closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
Tackle made by Bobby O'Haragan. It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and
Here's a
7.
2nd down and 7 from the 37. Lawrence. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. 3rd and 1. He'll try and run for this with Kamara. And he's got it. Remove the chains. 1st down at the 47.
And with the ball on your side of the 50, if they didn't pick it up there, I think it would have been really interesting, Mike, to see if they would have thought about going for it on 4th down. I think they would have, but I guess we'll never know because he's able to pick up the 1st down anyway.
1st and 10. They go play action for Lawrence. That's complete. He finds Brian Thomas. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Complete to number
A
7,
big play
Brian
for
Thomas
Jacksonville. 32 yards. In some rhythm, with drive rolling, here's another 1st and 10. Here's Lawrence. Forced out wide. He'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll be taken down. But we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Lawrence. That'll be caught. It's Alvin Kamara. And he's going to be down close to the goal line. Good job defensively to make sure he did not get to the end zone.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
minutes to play. Still searching for our first points of the half. Greg and I, back to Arlington at AT&T Stadium. After this, they'll try it again from the 2. Second and goal. To throw is Lawrence. Set up the screen here for Tootin. And he's going to go backward. Taken down at the 6.
I think this play is a direct result of his film study. He knew exactly where that ball was going before the play was snapped. And that play recognition, man, it separates a lot of guys in this league and it results in a negative play.
And he'll take it on in. Jacoby Myers. Touchdown, Jaguars. His 4th TD grab of the season. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Jaguars will take a 7-0 lead.
7, Cowboys nothing. Cam Little, the kickoff for the Jaguars.
Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. Cavante Turpin on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Dak going to throw it here on first down. He'll drop this down to Williams.
Well, this is a great example of the old saying, Mike, you never go broke taking the profit. Give credit to this quarterback. I know it's not the big explosive play he was looking for, but get the ball into the hands of his running back, allow him to pick up some extra yardage after the catch.
They'll work now on 2nd and 4. Dak, fake to Williams. Now he'll throw. Oh, in trouble, and down he goes.
What really stood out about that last play is the job the quarterback did keeping his eyes downfield despite the pocket collapsing around him. He was able to shake off that first guy, but by the time he did, allowed the rest of that rush to get home, and they were able to clean things up.
Rolling right. He'll let this go for Pickens. And that is hauled in on the right sideline. Right inside the chalk. A heck of a catch. That's a timeout for Dallas. It's their second. Clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half.
7-yard line.
Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Here's Dak. That is caught downfield by Pickens. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
Cowboys first down. 1st and 10 at the 13-yard line.
Space getting tight here. Down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10. A shotgun snap for Prescott. That is brought in the end zone. Ryan Floyd. Touchdown, Cowboys. Touchdown number 7 for him on the year.
Just a really nice job, Mike, especially just staying poised. Pressure situation, you know how important it is to steal some points before the half, but everybody's in control. Everybody understood the situation and the clock, and they're able to finish that half in style with that late touchdown.
So now this to get them back to even heading into the break. His kick is good. Cowboys will level things out at 7 apiece. So, a new ball game. We are all tied. Final moments of this first half as the kick's away. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 21-yard line.
And they'll elect not to run another play. Instead, just take a knee and take this on into the locker room. So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
A touchdown apiece. 7-7 the score as we begin half number 2. This will be returned from the 6. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin. Give running left with Kamara. He's going to get nothing out of that one. Bottled up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain. Second and 10.
At the 21-yard line.
Another run here with Kamara. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up third down.
This just shows why you can't count on just one guy to take him down. He's a powerful enough runner. You've got to have guys coming in support when that first hit is made. It takes a team effort to stop him, especially once he gets going.
That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
Lawrence to throw for it on fourth down. That is incomplete. He couldn't get the connection on fourth. Gonna give the ball over on down.
Oftentimes, these critical downs come down to who executes the best. And in this case, Mike, the defense executed when it mattered the most. Big fourth down stop, and now they're going to get the ball.
And he's into the end zone. Devontae Williams. Touchdown, Dallas.
When you start talking about the qualities of a top-tier back in the NFL, Mike, we all talk about size, speed, the ability to keep your feet, the ability to have balance at contact. But the part we don't talk enough about is patience, understanding the blocking scheme, the timing, when to hit the hole, as much as what hole to hit. And I think you get a great example of what that looks like when it all comes together. He takes advantage of the scheme, and next thing you know, he hits his head on the goalpost.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will move out to a 14-7 lead. So now, after the touchdown, out is Aubrey to kick this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
At their own 29-yard line.
In the pistol, here's Lawrence. Moving to his right. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On 1st and 10, Lawrence. That one out wide for Kamara. He's close to a first down to gain a 9. Nice pitch and catch on first down.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1 at the Cowboys' 39-yard line.
They'll work the middle here with Kamara. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. He'll come up now again. Good news, it's 1st and 10.
First down.
And before the snap, we have a whistle. And this could very well be a false start. They'll fake it to Tootin. Now it's Lawrence. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. Kenny Clark in there to drop him. That time, it's a loss of 7. Come to the line, got some work to do now. It is 2nd and long. It's Lawrence. That'll be intercepted. Picked off by Deron Glad.
So this is where an offensive play caller needs to come to the rescue of his quarterback, because this defense, they're onto you. They've got 2 picks. They're starting to pick up on your tendencies. They're shifting guys over to counter them. Now you've got to add some wrinkles. Now you've got to throw them a curveball and try to shift back some of that advantage to your side of the ball.
They'll start this on the ground. It's Williams. And they'll be set up now. Past the 40 with that one. They'll get 11 there. And that's a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
On first down, right back to Williams. They're going to work this down inside the 45. They have found something on the ground. 16 more yards on that carry.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
It's another run here for Williams. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's 2nd down. Play is stopped. We have an injury to one of the Jaguars. Athletic training staff's going to take a look, but this is a problem late in the season. Now a 2nd down throw for Prescott. Forced to his right. That one just too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
On 3rd down, Prescott. In trouble, and he's going to be taken down. Josh Hines-Allen in for the sack. He registers number 14 on the year.
For the Cowboys.
They'll send out the punt team, and the kick's away. And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere.
At their own 20-yard line.
The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now Lawrence on the bootleg. Open man downfield, Tyreek Hill. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Lawrence now to throw on 1st down. That's 3. 3rd time tonight he's been intercepted. Picked by the rookie out of Ohio State. And the Cowboys are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line.
At their own 47-yard line.
On the ground, this is Williams. And not much there. Good defense. Held to no gain.
Well, this play, Mike, was clearly about the job of this defensive line. Great job holding their ground, forcing these blockers to be stood up. Nowhere to go for this running back. and they hold him to no gain.
Second down, Prescott. Throw on the run is complete. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
First and 10 now from the 36. From the shotgun, it's Dak. On the run to the right. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
They just have to be more creative with their route concepts, Mike. I mean, there's nobody open, nowhere to go with the ball, and quarterback's just forced to throw that one away.
On second down, it's Dak. Inside the 10, it is caught. A terrific play all the way around. Finished off by the receiver, who not only made the grab, but Greg turned it up and takes it into the end zone.
And that's the tricky part, Mike, that transition from receiver to runner. And in this case, he does it flawlessly. Look the ball in, secure the catch, and then get upfield and get yourself in the end zone.
Good with the extra point. Cowboys will take a 21-7 lead.
Jaguars 7. Brandon offering a kickoff for the Cowboys.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Now an opening past the 30. Oh, nice return, but he takes a big shot at the end of it. On the handoff, it's Kamara. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5.
And as of right now, they find themselves trailing at the moment, but it's certainly not because of the ground game. I mean, he's averaging over 4 yards per carry. Just hasn't been enough to overcome some of their shortcomings elsewhere.
A dive and a catch. Incredible. Center leads him to the line for 1st and 10. They'll run. It's the man from Virginia Tech, Facial Tootin. And he'll find some way to turn this into positive yards, struggling forward for a pickup of about 2.
Nice job by the running back making the first guy miss, but it's the pursuit by the entire defense. Even though he doesn't get him down on his first try, the rest of his guys are all rallying to the ball, and they bring him down for a short gain.
Lawrence now on second down. Over the middle, it is Strange. 16-yard pickup on that one. That's good for a Jaguar. First down.
Desperation time now setting here in the 4th quarter. This is where the urgency of your 2-minute offense is so critical. How many plays can you run and how fast can you run them? Because one score is not going to do it. You're going to have to score and get the ball back and end up going down and punching it in again.
And he'll be out of bounds down at the 15-yard line. He'll get a dozen out of that one, scrambling his way to a first down.
When you find yourself trailing here late in the game, decision-making is critical. Not only is he able to extend the drive by picking up the first down with his legs, great job by the quarterback understanding, get out of bounds, stop the clock, save as much time as possible as they try to make a comeback.
On first down, Lawrence. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up second down.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
He pulls it in around the 5. And the Jags are looking at a 1st and goal. He takes it all the way down to the 2.
First and goal, Jacksonville.
Now Lawrence. And he will score. Game on. Alvin Kamara. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting? I don't mind the play call. There's something you have to keep in mind, Mike, is when you decide to pass this close to the goal line, all of the space is the width of the field. There's not a lot of depth to the field. So that's why the timing, the anticipation, the accuracy of the quarterback, it all has to be on point. It wasn't on that last play, and that's why it ultimately failed.
The Cowboys take over first and 10 at their own 37-yard line.
First down, it is Williams.
You know, there's all this talk, Mike, about the value of the run game in today's NFL. You know when the run game matters? It matters right now. Fourth quarter, you've got the lead. Can you lean on your running back and offensive line to close this game out?
They'll go again here with Williams. They're going to work this down inside the 45. A gain of 11 on that one. First down, Cowboys.
Fourth quarter, you find yourself protecting a one-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple-possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
Now it's Williams. Not much there, maybe a yard. And now the defense is going to take their first time out. Remember, they get an extra one built in with the 2-minute warning coming up momentarily. Ball on the 40 now. Here's 2nd and 9. Dak going to give this to Blue. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. Give them 14 on that one. That's good for a Dallas first down. 2 minutes remain in the fourth quarter. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Lou going to get it again here on first down. And he will have the first down. That is not officially going to end the game, but they're going to be able to take the clock way down after that play.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
And he will have the first down. That is not officially going to end the game, but they're going to be able to take the clock way down after that play. Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
You could just see the frustration on the running back's face as he's getting helped up off the ground. Like, there was just nowhere to go from the moment he was handed the ball. Give credit to the defense. Great job.
One more time for Williams. And this is going to be a touchdown. They're going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
The extra point by Aubrey is good. And the Cowboys will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
Brandon Aubrey to kick off for the Cowboys.
Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. This taken at the 5. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here's 1st and 10. Here we go. One final play. He's going to air this one out, looking for Hill. And the final throw of the game winds up incomplete, and that will do it. This one comes to an end. So it's a win for the Cowboys. And it